down to
Welcome back down.
Welcome back to Wind Down with Joce and Vin. We're drinking 2 bottles of wine today.
Today we're talking about drugs and music. We have our special guest, Stay Kiddy. Is that what you want me to call you?
Chris Bars, Kitty.
Chris Bars, aka Stay Kiddy,
yeah,
aka Kitty, aka Frames.
Frames. Don't feel me. You gotta have frames in the back.
I am Chubnacio. That's my rap name. And then I go by Chubs, Psychedelicrelics,
I like that.
6'4",
I like the psychedelic relics.
Skazman, aka. I don't know. Titty man, titty boy, titty boy, titty boy, 6'4".
Wind down.
Yo, if you guys need like a tag for your wind down, let me know. I definitely do like that voice acting shit. So I'll be like, wind down with, you know what I'm talking about? Like, you just let me know.
You're hired.
Yeah. Like action movie shit, that should be happening.
Yeah, like that's what I started off doing. You know, I'd be like, this summer coming to pillage your village, young Attila. Yeah, facts.
Wow, so you're
That's
like
my shit.
multi-talented.
That's why I do music, because my voice is crazy.
So tell the audience
what
you do.
Yeah. What do you do?
So, my favorite thing to do is to like wake up in the morning and like get super skazed. That's what I do every day.
What's guys?
So skaz, right? Skaz is just like it's like a placeholder, really. It's like, you know, however you're really feeling about the skaz, that's what the skaz could be about. Because, like, right now we're sipping some skaz. You feel me? Like, we're all sipping some skaz. You could be smoking skaz.
Forget about it. Everybody says forget about it for many different things. So it's basically like forget about it.
It's just a placeholder, you know? It's like X, you know? It's just there. Be like,
I'm here, but I'm not all the way here.
you gotta drink more wine.
No, we've drank enough. We've drank enough.
Oh, heard you.
Yeah.
That's great. That's great.
You gotta catch up, bro.
Yeah, I mean, we drank like a little bottle of Henny before we got here.
I was about to ask.
But I know you guys both do music, right?
Yeah, definitely facts. Yeah.
Nice, yeah.
What type of music? Both rap
He's
or?
been doing music for way longer than me,
Dude,
but like honestly, like I saw him rapping and I was just like, yo, bro. I was like, what's up with that? I was like, you gonna put me on? And then like, eventually,
first song in my crib,
yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah.
But like now, you know, like shit upgraded by now. Like I mean, I've been rapping for 4 years, about type shit. You know, trying to take that shit seriously as much as I can. On iTunes, Spotify, Tidal, all that shit. You know, we're consistently like recording music all the time. I think like in the past,
we always talking about consistency.
Consistency is key, and it's hard
like,
to be consistent, low key.
Yeah, especially like with the music, because there's a lot of people who do it. Like, so literally, there's like a bunch of people that were. It's not really competing, because I don't think that it's competing, because there's already too many people doing it.
Yeah.
There's a set of people that see it as competition.
But it's like it's all different types of music as well, you know.
Exactly.
Like,
that's why you
your
just
type
gotta
of
appreciate
music
it.
It's like I heard one of your songs, I forgot, but I kind of like it. I forgot what it was called. I think it was one of the recent ones.
Probably that Louis
Wait,
Cologne
it's so funny because I had downloaded your
album.
Yeah, and I think it was Nicki Minaj, and then right after it's you, or it's not Nicki Minaj. It's a slow ass song, and then it's you, and then the first song is like Animals, and you're like and I'm like, yo.
It's like I've never listened.
There's like a lot of different types, you know, of fucking people who are doing all types of music. So it's like when I started making music, at first it was just like for fun. Then I was like, oh, let me take it serious, go to a studio. Then, you know, found an engineer, found a producer, found a director. Like, then I was like, what's the next step? Like, what can I do to push it? So then I started performing. So started doing performances. Now, like, performances kind of just come as I fucking go. You know, like every week,
That's
like
dope.
somebody hits me up type shit to like come and perform. So right now I'm just like trying to do like new content all the time. Like I just started a new collective, like he's in it, like a few of the other homies are in it, like cause Shady Bunch. So like basically that's
I've
just.
seen you guys been promoting like
Yeah.
a bunch. You guys had like a barbecue recently.
Yeah, facts. We had a barbecue. Like I woke up one morning and I was like, let's do a show this week. Like I was like, yo, forget it.
3 barbecues in like 1 week.
Yeah, bro. We were doing a lot of shit, but it's just because if you're not consistently doing something, you're not being seen.
Right.
Exactly.
So like, besides being seen, I'm trying to be heard.
Right.
So that's why, like, I tell him all the time, I'm like, yo, we gotta just keep on recording, bro. Keep on doing shit. Keep on dropping.
We could relate to that.
No,
like
definitely.
we started with like the whole filming and the whole
Yeah.
like we wanted a visual, but then it's like, you know, we could also be heard too. Like Joce was saying, like, you know, with the filming it takes, you know, just a little time to edit, but you
Facts.
know, with the recording and the filming, even if we do both, like it's just consistency.
Yeah.
Whether it's recording, filming, or both, we're putting out content. Like that's what we wanted. Like
Content
that's
is
what we
so
really
important, bro.
want. Yeah, exactly.
Like just to build your brand and shit like that. Like
Hell yeah, you have to be consistent and continuously put shit out. What do you do like outside of rapping? Do you just do that or do you work or?
Right now.
That's like us when we work.
Yo.
I love it. They're like this. They're like
Yo,
us.
honestly, so like, I just really be out here like, you know, rapping, bro. Yo, I be rapping like.
As long as you're doing something.
Right.
Yo,
I feel
this
like,
is the thing.
especially
So like,
something you're passionate
making money with music is funny as hell. Like it's mad funny. So, you know, I started off with SoundCloud or whatever, right?
about. Yeah.
I have 63 tracks online on SoundCloud. 63.
That's a lot.
63. Why? I don't know. I see these people like they just come out, they drop in like fucking 4 tracks on their shit. I'm like, oh, okay. I guess maybe I'm doing the wrong thing. I don't know. But literally it's like, so when you want to get money for making music, you have to get streaming.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's like where like shit like DistroKid comes in, where it puts you on every fucking streaming service. Like things that you've never even heard of, my song will be on that just because I pay for that. You know, you pay for it. It's like like $25 a year. You know.
Oh.
Not bad.
But then if you have a fan base, you get paid for streaming. So that streaming goes through Spotify, iTunes, Tidal, where people can find your music.
Yeah.
But to get money from it, it's like you need to have hundreds of thousands of plays. Like you need to be out there like everybody needs to be talking about you. So it's like it's difficult, you know, to like be doing that shit.
But as long as you have that consistency, like
Yeah.
I feel like you will get there.
Yeah, of course.
You know, because like you said, you're sitting there with like 63 tracks, just your SoundCloud alone.
Yeah.
And it's like people notice that they're like, this guy's really working. Like it's a lot to make one song.
That's
Like,
not bad.
Imagine 63.
63.
I feel like you just gotta be like comfortable, like you just become comfortable with the mic. So like it's just after
Pause.
a while. Pause. After. Anyways, you just have to be comfortable with the mic. After a while, you just keep going to the studio. Like you just learn. You learn
That's a
how
fact.
you sound. Like when you first get there, you're like, whoa, like this is how
I
the fuck
sound
I
like that,
sound. I
right.
sound like this. Like what the fuck?
That's
So
how
like
it is
after a
with
while,
them.
you have to learn how to like maneuver your voice to sound a certain way that you want it to sound.
That's
Right.
a fact.
That's the main problem with it.
That's a big fact.
OD. So like that's just. it's
And
crazy.
I want to ask you, like, with your music, because it's kind of pretty fucking wild.
Right.
What audience are you trying to target? Like, is it like any audience? Is it people your age? Is it people older than you?
That's a good ass question.
And you
I
don't
guess
know.
more like the majors.
That's usually what people say
No,
when they don't
that's-
know.
that's a good
great
ass-
question.
So like my music is like really different because I'm not really trying to sound like anybody else.
Yeah, exactly.
But I love all types of music, so I try to listen to like all types of melodies and shit like that. So, real talk, when I make my songs, it really depends on how I'm feeling on the day. Like, so every day, you know, I wake up, like I said, I get schkas, right?
Yeah.
So if I really wanted to make a track,
I'm trying to like.
How do you say it?
ska. So it's like SHC.
Skaz.
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 You feel me?
Skaz.
Yes.
Right? It's like, you know,
Say it with me, Josh.
you get schkas
Skaz.
smoking on a skazo while we sipping on some skaz. You feel me? Like,
Exactly.
it's skazology.
We're skazing right now.
Okay.
It's a fact. It's okay. As time goes by,
We'll understand.
the schkaz
We'll
comes
feel
to you.
And I feel like with a lot of artists, they like to create their own lingo.
Yeah,
Like,
I
and it's kind
guess.
of dope.
I'd just be on some funny shit, bro. I'd
So
be
you
high as
created
hell.
that or both, or you just do?
I don't know
That was all
why.
he
Yeah,
wants
that
to
was
know
all.
part.
He was like, that was just him.
Yeah, I'd just
It
be
wasn't
like,
me.
it's like literally in the moment type shit. But like, I fully just like, I get beats from my producer. So
Yeah.
I've been working for my producer for like
That's
just a little bit. Please
Different.
pour me some of that.
I got you.
So
that's different.
yo, it's like really sweet.
No.
Did
it's
we
like,
introduce
it's
the
sweet, but
wine?
it's spicy. No.
It's spicy.
Like
Spicy?
It has a spice to it. Wine
Oh,
usually
God.
has a spice to it, and it's sweet,
I'm
but
not ready
after
for that
it
cup yet.
tastes.
You ready for that?
No,
Stop
it's
it.
not
Stop
spicy.
it.
I
like
gotta
jalapenos.
finish this one. I gotta finish this one.
It has a spice to
Okay.
it. He's already getting hot. I'm weak.
This man's been sweating the whole time. You have been
Sweaty.
sweating.
Sweat. Sweat. Like, I
Is that
mean,
you have a song about sweat?
so I should. I fucking should. I mean,
Definitely should.
Yeah.
there's already too many rappers that fucking talk about sweat.
That's a fact.
Wet,
So
wet
your
stuff.
name, your Instagram name,
Yeah, Psychedelic Relics.
right? Why did you choose that name?
So, I guess like when I first started rapping, I was tripping on mushrooms like you would not believe. But it was like people didn't really know that I was tripping on mushrooms. I was just like doing my thing for real, like because I learned about mushrooms and I was just like, yo, this shit is weird. This shit is so weird. Then eventually I was like, let me do shrooms on my own and just like do some shit that I fuck with. So at the time I was like longboarding a lot. So I would be skating and just like listening to music, tripping on mushrooms.
Oh, wow.
And like as I was listening to music, I would be like, this rapper's talking about a lot of shit that I do. Shit's weird.
Yeah.
I was
A lot
like,
of shit
I was
is
like, wait.
weird.
I was like, is he making money off this? Because if that's the case, I should just talk about the shit that I'm doing. Like,
Exactly.
and that's how it started off. And then eventually I was just like, instead of like talking about like what I'm going through in general, it's more about like how I feel about what I'm going through in general. Like, cause motherfuckers be around like a lot of different type of shit, like mad different type of people, you know, like you really don't know like who the fuck is around you.
Right.
People be doing mad drugs around us, bro. Like,
Drugs,
and it's
yeah.
like, I mean, we really be on like smoking weed and shit, you know, but there's like a lot of people that do a shitload of other things, bro, and they just be around, you know.
Shit too. Like you be looking at them like what? Like they
And
be doing
do
it
you?
consistently,
Because I
bro.
wanted to
Like,
ask
they both
this.
Consistently.
Like, do you feel like people, like, or those type of people need drugs to provide music and to make music?
Some of them?
Because you yourself, you're talking about shrooms, but it's
Yeah.
like, does shrooms help you? Like, does it not help you?
Well, shrooms basically made me realize that I should make music.
Yeah.
Like, rather than it helping me make music, like
so
I
it
just
doesn't help you make music.
it helps me in a sense of like everything is writing.
Yeah.
Do you understand what that means?
Okay.
Like
You can elaborate.
everything that you do in a like in your time is an experience that you have in your brain. So when I'm writing, that's shit that I can just like go back in my brain, write about it, or like it's just
Yeah.
something that I experience. So
'Cause
like
like you said, you write about the things that you do.
Exactly.
And the
So-
way you live your life.
yeah. And when I was doing mushrooms, I was like bugging, bro. Like I was bugging until like one day I took like, I don't know, I think I took like almost a quarter of mushrooms and I was just
And is
tripping
that,
like
more than
That's
the
like
normal.
a lot.
I mean, yeah, like normally like
That's a fucking lot.
yeah. I mean,
Okay.
people
That's a fucking lot, bro.
like the first time I ever did shrooms, I took a gram of mushrooms.
Okay.
So a gram, you know,
Okay,
an
I
eighth
see, I
is
see.
3.5,
Yeah.
quarter is 7 grams. So I did like maybe like
Seven
I did like 6 grams of mushrooms.
Have you done shrooms?
I tried it, didn't work for me, didn't want to try it again.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't want to do it.
He had a weird experience.
I had, like, a friend that took shrooms, and it was just a whole...
Yeah,
My man's got scars, bro.
It was a bad situation that, like, made me...
Yo.
I was like, nah, I don't want to be in that state. I'm like,
That's
I told...
that's not for me.
But the thing
No,
is,
my like, you know, to get a little personal,
Yeah.
my own brother,
That's
like,
what I was about to talk about.
he took, like, they were, like, a few years ago, he took shrooms and he's never been the same.
No, he's like...
Like, he literally,
fucked
like,
up.
sometimes, like, when he's sober, it's fine, but he's still, like, he kind of, like, I find him, like, talking to himself sometimes. But as soon as, like, the
Interesting.
liquor hits,
Yeah.
like, as soon as the liquor hits him, he turns into, like, a completely different person. And I don't know if it triggers it. I don't know if it's in his brain, but
Sometimes
I know
if you take
from
too
that
much
time,
psychedelics, bro, that shit is,
like, he,
stuff.
like, you know, and it
Meaning-
doesn't, it affects everybody differently.
Yeah, that's a
Obviously, we're
fact.
sitting here having a conversation, like,
And
but
you're
I know
fine.
with him, and that's why I would never do it, because I've experienced and I've lived through it.
you sound like
But-
him.
That's the same boat that I'm on, bro.
Yeah,
I'm just like,
I
nah.
like.
All right,
I,
so now I have a question, like, if you don't mind. Like, was he in an okay place when
No.
taking the mushrooms?
no,
That's why.
he wasn't.
So the thing about mushrooms is you really have to be level-headed. Like, you
Exactly.
really need to be okay with the fact that shit is not okay in life.
Yeah,
You feel me?
I see.
Like, if you think that everything is fucking all colorful and fucking everything is great, it's not true. Like, literally, life is difficult. So when I was doing mushrooms, I wasn't really in a good place myself, but I knew that I had to be aware of myself.
Right.
So like
Yeah.
when I was doing mushrooms, I was literally like just out and about, like bouncing from crib to crib, like
you
staying at
gotta
my
do the
boy's
mushrooms,
house.
You can't let the mushrooms do you.
Yeah, exactly. Because like
In a way.
I've
Yeah.
had, I'm not gonna say that I've never had a bad trip, because I've done mushrooms enough to have a bad trip,
Of course.
and like I've had like a few where I really felt down about myself,
Yeah.
about things that were going on around me, because like what mushrooms does, it makes your senses heighten
Okay.
to like another level. So like you hear, see, taste, like feel, everything is like heightened.
Exactly.
So like you can be very what's the word, like not confident, what's the word for that?
Insecure.
Exactly, you could be very fucking insecure.
That's exactly how. It
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
So like
That's
if
exactly
you
how my brother
Yeah,
is.
if
he
you
is very
feel
insecure.
Very like
if you
know,
feel like that, it's not good to do mushrooms, because
Right.
you're already not okay with yourself.
Yeah.
Like I was in a place where I was trying to figure out where the fuck I was going in life,
Mm-hmm.
because I was like, yo, like what am I doing? What am I like? Where am I going right now?
And this was before you started doing music or during?
Before.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually was doing mushrooms like before music, and then I decided to do music while I was tripping on mushrooms,
Right.
where I was like,
And you
Yeah, I mean,
like,
I
made
loved it,
basically
like-
a life out of it.
yeah, I was like, yo, I was like, making music is mad cool. Like I just loved hearing myself. Like me and him,
Yeah.
we were literally, before I even recorded my track,
Yeah.
me and him are going back and forth making like fucking jingles, bro.
Yeah,
like
we'll be on the mic just making like
be
crazy
like home,
jingles.
home, home,
So it's-
boom, 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 and then he'd just be like, oh, oh, and the shit just sounds mad funny,
Yeah.
and just we enjoy it, you know. So it's like,
we should just make that shit a jingle. Or something.
yeah,
Why
I mean,
not?
I told him we should make money off of some jingles, bro.
Jingles
Them
make a
ja-
lot of money.
Them jangles,
Those
bro. You know what I'm talking about, bro? Like,
Yeah.
Like
No,
that.
me and Joce, like between the podcast and like the episodes, like we only have like about like 10 out, right? Maybe less.
10 what?
think
Oh
like
yeah,
10.
I think less.
Like less, probably like 6, probably like 7, and it's like it's not because we're trying to be more consistent as well. Like right now, we created a schedule where we can know like when we're available. Like we officially started doing this like back in November, right?
Yes.
Back in like October, November.
Yeah.
So what happened was Joce started like the whole wind down with Joss.
Yeah.
About what was it about?
Like 3 or 4 years ago.
About 3 or 4 years ago, and it was basically like a book on the shelf.
Yeah, like,
Like she like
Or
like,
something on the
She
side.
left
Yeah.
the book on the shelf.
okay.
And then she came to me one day and like, you know, she would come to me on Fridays because that's when we would be available.
Right.
To this day, we're available on
On
Fridays.
Fridays.
Wind down Fridays.
Right.
She used to wind down Fridays.
Yo,
Yes,
I'm about to
she
finish this
is.
cup. Let's drink more
For real.
wine.
Yes,
What?
nice.
So with that being said, like we started doing like live streams in my apartment. Then we went from my apartment to her apartment, and then we got this studio. And it's like, it was hard to be consistent because of the scheduling and because in the beginning we knew we wanted to take it serious, but it's the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Like we weren't going as hard as we are right now.
Hell yeah.
You know, so it's like now we're trying to put a lot of content out, and it's like speaking to somebody who's put so much more content. You know, like it kind of feels good, and it's like, you know, you're never doing too much. Like you said, you have like 63 tracks out, and you still feel like you don't have enough.
No.
That's like, it's pretty
Yo,
dope.
I recorded like 10 tracks in the past fucking 2 weeks, bro. Like, I recorded mad tracks in the past 2 weeks because I've been like,
I have a question for you. It's a personal question. So when you record, are you normally under the influence or are you sober? That's under the influence.
All right. So look. All right. So first of all, like, weed doesn't affect me how weed affects everybody else. Right. First of all,
I feel like it doesn't really affect everybody the same though.
Yeah, but you know, there's some people who be smoking and they're like, oh, I feel like I'm just gonna lay down here, do this.
That's me.
Okay, so
that's not like you.
We ain't one of the
some
same.
people are like that. They smoke and they can function properly and even better than you.
I honestly haven't even smoked it.
Bro, since high school I've been smoking weed, right? Like since I'm like 15 years old.
Yeah, me too.
Like I had a class with Adele. Like I had math class with Adele. That's my girl. Like so I had math class with her.
What school did you go to?
I went to Utrecht, bro.
We went to the same school.
Yeah, it's just like you were younger than me, I think.
But
I think I was older than you, so like we never really like crossed paths, you know.
Yeah, you were definitely older.
Yeah,
than me.
But I mean,
you were
a year older.
After Adele?
Yeah.
Oh, so yeah.
It was like we had math class together.
Yeah.
And I was just like super fucking smart and super fucking high all the time. Like I was getting 100 and my motherfucking math says like, yo, I'm smart on weed. You feel me? Like, so I was like, damn, this shit's not bad. Like, it can't be bad. But so obviously, weed is not the same.
Right for everybody.
You know, like
for you.
I'd be smoking the guys, bro.
So you feel like you're more functional on weed?
Yeah, that's just my natural being. My natural being is on weed. Like, who I am is me high.
I haven't smoked in 2 weeks.
You want to smoke some weed right now?